Hey guys, long time no see, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to try out these acrylic markers. I've been watching so many other artists using them lately. I almost didn't want to try them at first when Arrtx first reached out to me. I felt a bit pressured, not because of the company, but since so many other artists created really amazing, wonderful works with these markers, I kind of feel like I could be really disappointed at myself if I couldn't use them well. I know that sounds kind of silly. I can't always control the reluctance when I'm introduced to a new medium, which feels really strange because I used to really love trying new mediums, but still I was really curious about them. The swatching part was quite uneventful. It was exactly like when I watch other artists did their unboxing and swatches. But I'm really glad that the set I got here already have the numbers printed on the back of the markers, so I don't have to do it manually. The colors are really thick and buttery. It really has that melted ice cream feeling, just like gouache. It does have a little bit of drying shift, but it dries extremely quickly, so I almost couldn't see it. So if you wondered where I have been, why I haven't been posting for a while, I actually went back to school. It's not an art school where we learn about painting techniques and stuff like that, but it's still art related. Things like art histories and how to interpret the painting and stuff like that, which is quite interesting. But because it's full-time, I just don't have that much time to paint and make videos these days. For this first painting, I think I chose a very difficult reference. It's a pair of black shoes. And for black objects, it's very crucial to get the values right. But I find with these markers, it's hard to adjust the value without drastically changing the hue. I don't know if that makes sense. It could be that I'm just very inexperienced with mediums that require choosing instead of mixing colors. But I'm happy that these markers are very easy to use. The brush tips are very, very responsive. I can get some very, very fine lines. And when I want to cover a bigger area, the ink flow is always very steady. I really like that I don't have to press and wait for the ink to come out. It just flows in a very buttery and pleasant way. And it dries almost immediately after it's laid on the paper, which is great. I have seen other artists blend the colors very perfectly with like a separate paintbrush together with these markers. I assume the paintbrush has to be somewhat damp for that to work. I don't know, it really just blows my mind, like how is that even possible? But I didn't really like this first painting. I think the color choices were a bit off. It just didn't turn out very pretty for this specific reference. But I made this second painting off camera and it went so much better. This reference was much lighter in value, so it was a lot easier to choose colors for it. But in general, I don't like to choose reference to accommodate the art supply. It just feels a bit backwards to me. So I went on trying to practice drawing with these markers. I think these are really great for practicing drawing with shapes or silhouette. I can lay down big shapes very quickly with them, and I don't have to take out paint jars, brushes, and water to start my practice session. So it's very convenient in that sense. Another thing I noticed, it's kind of tricky to know what colors will go well together. You know, they say if you get the values right, you can get away with using most colors, but I'm not quite sure if that applies here. I guess it's because this 90 color set kind of missing some muted, dark, warm colors. I feel like in order to get dark values, I either have to choose the black or the dark purple or blue, the number 47 or 38. They are very saturated, which is good for some things, but they can definitely clash easily with other colors. I just wish the set had more proper dark browns like burnt umber, sepia, or Van Dyke brown. So that was a bit challenging when it comes to choosing colors that will go well together, especially when I have to take value into consideration as well. But I feel like this made me realize my problem. I guess I'm not very great with color combinations within a limited amount of colors. For some people, this comes intuitively, but not for me. But I don't think I'm gonna be super invested in improving in that aspect. It's just not something I can prioritize right now. I think I'd rather focus on improve my drawing instead. Things like accurate proportion and composition. For this last painting, it was a picture I took while the tram was driving away from the station. I really like the combination of nature and urban setting. I've always been drawn to this. And this time I tried to avoid using black as the darkest dark, because this is a summer day. Pure black would feel a bit out of place here. I was still quite anxious about using the dark purple. I think these colors are so saturated, they almost look a bit cartoonish. It's hard to describe, but I think it turned out okay. The thing I disliked most about this painting were the clouds. I wish I spent more time blending the edges before it was completely dry. If I was better prepared, I could have used a wet cotton swab or something. Looking back, I just feel like these clouds are not very cloud-like because their edges are so sharp and it's kind of annoying to look at. But I did manage to do some blending in the foliage, even if it felt a bit messy, but it was also satisfying. Using these markers kind of made me want to try acrylic gouache. I can really see the similarities in them. They're both fast drying and have a matte finish and cannot be reactivated with water. But with acrylic gouache, you can mix your own colors and choose whichever brush size. So I guess it will be a more freeing experience. But still, I really like using these markers. I like that it exposed some of my weaknesses when it comes to colors, and it really made me feel like I should probably go back to the basics and study more. I also think these are great for practicing in sketchbooks. I appreciate that they limit your choices. In addition to that, I think they are a great tool for sketching and drawing before layering oil on top. They are very easy and quick to start and very easy to correct, and I don't mind leaving some of the colors in the final piece. Although I don't think I'm gonna use them by themselves for more polished pieces, because I still like to consider them as a drawing tool and not a painting medium, if that makes sense. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna try post more videos, but I really can't promise anything right now. It really depends on the school and schedule and everything. But I'm very happy that you stay here to the end. I'm always grateful for that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.